Ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of an era as Angelica ASMR has announced that she will no longer be posting content publicly on her YouTube channel. Now, this all shortly follows her video from about 2 days ago where she ended up accusing Goodnight Moon of SA and making a whole bunch of other very serious claims against a bunch of other ASMR content creators, and it's safe to say the video did not do very well. It ended up going viral on ASMR like drama subreddits and whatnot, eventually reaching my neck of the woods where I decided to cover it and share it around with a few other people in my community, leading Angelica to private the video, unprivate the video, and now delete the video permanently from YouTube after, of course, people started talking about it, and then putting out this statement on her community post. Now, before I get into Angelica's statement, PJ Dreams, who is another ASMR creator who is basically the third person, the witness of this SA, decided to also share his thoughts and share what happened in this situation, his eyewitness testimony, in a YouTube comment that Angelica pinned, of course, in the now deleted video, saying this: Angelica's story is 90% true. The only thing she got wrong was the drinking. Erin has spoken publicly about alcoholism. She drank. You don't remember how we got to her hotel room, but I do. We spent hours walking around the hotel while Erin kept trying to go to your room. Erin is Goodnight Moon ASMR, by the way, whispering me to head to our room and leave you two alone, no less than 10 times. I could tell Angelica wanted me to stay and I had a bad feeling. I'm the jealous type, and for good reason. Erin eventually gave up on getting rid of me and we made it to your room. I don't know if you grabbed something, but you were convinced to not stay alone in your room, and we all went back to our room. We gossiped about ASMR creators, and you asked about our relationship. I remember you asking Erin if I was the best experience she's had. Erin said no. I tried to hide how much that crushed me. I don't know if Erin was trying to get rid of me again, but she suggested more drinks and you agreed. I went to the hotel bar and asked for a bottle. They gave me 3 cups of vodka with a couple shots each. Instead, I put a pillow on the floor, but you told me not to be silly and just sleep in the big bed. I fell asleep. Woke up to find you kissing. It was dark. I went down on Erin, fighting your fingers out of her while the both of you kept kissing. 2 minutes later, Erin finished and you gave me a pat on the back saying good job. I got the impression you were a little mad or disappointed, like I took something from you. We walked you to your room and went inside, continuing to talk about the experience and your boyfriend. You were worried how this would change your relationship. We consoled you and said everything would be alright, headed back to our room. Next morning, the 3 of us had breakfast and you told us more about your boyfriend. I was hurting so much, I didn't even notice how much it all affected you. I'm sorry. 1 month later, I drove home to Canada because I was essentially broke and ashamed. Expensive rent, meals, I was living in an unsustainable life. Erin blocked me from seeing some of her Instagram stories and flew to Marno to talk to him about alcoholism. When I confronted her about the secrecy, she broke up with me and apologized for catching feelings for him. And then Angelica said, the only part I disagree with is the idea that this interaction happened. The only part of the story I agree on with Erin is that I jumped out of bed as soon as he got her off of me, went to the bathroom, headed to the door, and PJ offered to walk me to my room. It's not possible that anything like this happened. So now we have 2 people versus Angelica, right? Angelica is the one who made this humongous claim of SA that people were already kind of like, wait a minute, if you were this, how did you do this? And how did this happen if you were drunk and passed out, blah, blah, blah. And it was already kind of like, okay, interesting. And then now you have Goodnight Moon, who said that Angelica started it. And then you have this guy, PJ Dreams, who's also adding a little more context that kind of backs up the whole idea that this was like just a mutual thing that was kind of awkward. And once it got awkward, they kind of stopped, right? So yeah, it seems like PJ and Erin, aka Goodnight Moon, got their freak on. They did the dirty, and Angelica was a little jealous, on top of the fact that she was also in a relationship. So she basically cheated on her boyfriend with these other 2 ASMR people. Huge day for the unemployed ASMR fans. If all people in this situation were drunk, and to what little bit of their brain is able to consented, there's not a lot there regarding SA compared to just awkward sexual encounter between 3 adults. And now we can get into Angelica's newest statement, basically retiring from YouTube. I'm taking the video down for good. I came forward with receipts, I laid out a timeline, I showed messages. A witness came forward corroborating most of the information, clarified I didn't want to be alone with her, and included how the other person was targeting me beforehand despite knowing I had a boyfriend. According to the witness, she requested more drinks as soon as we arrived while I was already very drunk and already intending on somehow sleeping with me. I wasn't even aware that any of that happened. The only part I disagreed with him on was a section that contradicts what the accused and I both said. I immediately got up when he took her off of me, went to the bathroom, and left. I told the truth, as I experienced it, and somehow that turned into me being labeled things that were never even alleged. The harassment has been disgusting. The comments have been sexual, shallow, perverse, cruel, and deliberately twisted. They already harass the witness and keep saying ways to twist a story to protect their favorite creators. People who weren't there decided they know more than I do about what happened to me. That's insane. Let's be clear. Her group of friends shared my private information and my boyfriend's information. That's targeted behavior. And the mob that keeps harassing me proves exactly the kind of environment ASMR has turned into. At this point, it doesn't matter what evidence I show. Some people have already decided who I am and what narrative they want. I'm not going to keep sacrificing my peace trying to convince people who are committed to misunderstanding me. For those who say remain strong, I have for many years. But the online space is fruitless. It only takes me away from things that actually matter. These people claim they hate me because of my extremist opinions, but that's not true. They hated me the moment I said I'm now Christian, because they lost their favorite atheist creator. Their hatred made me realize how disgusting, shallow, uneducated, and fake they all are, and I stand wholeheartedly against it all. They say I'm mad because I lost my audience, but I've been begging them to leave for years. Since becoming Christian, my real life has become peaceful and strong. The only chaos in my life comes from being online. I love creating for the small community that's been with me for years, but I'm done subjecting myself to public spectacle and mob behavior. I refuse to keep feeding the crowd. If you want to be silenced, congratulations. I'm choosing silence. I'm done wasting my energy constantly worrying about my safety. Ever since I went viral, it's been a headache. I lost my original audience from 2016 to 2018, and I gained one that I hated. That's why I never spoke to them for 5 to 6 years. For the people who quietly supported me, thank you. You know who you are, and I know who you are. I will continue membership Mondays, custom video requests, and remain active on Patreon because I love our little private community, and it at least filters out these psychopaths. I only find real joy making videos for you guys because it feels wonderful. But I'm stepping back. I'm done making public videos. I'm choosing peace over performance. I'm logging off. Angelica ASMR has decided to log off, right? We'll see how long this lasts. We'll see if this is permanent as she truly makes it out to be. Overall, that statement was bogus. Nobody cares if you became a Christian. Nobody cared if you were an atheist. The reason why people started looking into you and like the reason why I ended up making a video about your rise and fall is because your drastic change in who you are as a person was so dramatic that it was worrying. The fact that you went from literally like a just I don't care what you do, live your life, I support this, I support that, to I hate this and I hate you if you are this thing, right? Becoming basically a super homophobic, transphobic person who was even making content where you were making fun of Muslim people, you were making fun of gay people, trans people, anything you can think of, you were just going after and making fun of people, while at the same time, like in their latest video that you've deleted, try to go after other creators like Diddly ASMR for doing OF content and kind of dressing the way she likes and accusing her of being into age play and little and whatnot, and accusing JoJo ASMR of being a grifter who only makes content to try to bash people, while that's literally what you do. The only difference is you try to like disguise your content, I try to make it common or known in all my videos that, Angelica, I don't dislike you, right? Like, I don't hate you. I've reached out to you in the past when I was making content on you, asking for an interview, asking for your side of things, and you ignore that. But you make it quite obvious that you still have like conversations with other creators behind the scenes, while at the same time also trying to continue to push this idea that like everyone who's against you just hates you for being Christian, blah, blah, blah. I have family that's Christian. I have family that's atheist. I think you are a normal person. And I think that a lot of people just think you're like playing a character, or you may genuinely not be okay up here. And that's the reason why people make content about you and are worried about you. Again, because of how drastic your life just completely shifted, the ideas that you push, the things that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know down below what you think about all of this. What you think about the ASMR Angelica arc coming to an end. It's crazy, guys. It truly is crazy. But I appreciate you watching. Peace out.